It's opening day of gun. I've had 2 bucks go by so far. The first one was before I had legal shooting light. It was like a gray light. Couldn't film it. It might have even been the same buck, because the first one went by that way, and then this one came by this way. I've seen him before bow hunting. Man, this camera sucks. Drop them a few times, get them soaked a few times, and they don't work so good anymore. I'm hunting at Dave's farm. I was going to come out here for just a couple hours and then catch up with the guys and do some drives. I did a real low impact hunt. I'm hunting right up by where I park. I don't want to get in here too deep yet. Let the guys shove all the deer back into here. I was kind of surprised. It's been pretty wind blowing last night. It's been really cold. It's like in the 20s. And the snow's been blowing in all the tracks. Yet when I walked out here, there's tracks everywhere. Well, hopefully that ain't the only thing to come out this morning. What that buck seemed to do was he came out before light and he walked through here, out of the doe bedding area over here, worked the bedding area over here. After light he came back, went through, and now he's heading towards bedding areas over there. I'm pretty sure that buck is still chasing does around, or searching for does anyways. He's cruising. It's a good sign. Maybe some bigger ones are cruising yet too. I've just watched a deer go through there and into there. See if I can pick it up when it comes by. Over here. I couldn't tell what it was. There was a deer standing right here. It just walked in deeper. Couldn't tell what it was. Well, the camera still works. That's a plus. I dropped it out of the tree again. Frozen fingers. From the tree I could see footprints down here. See that? So we got trespassers again, walk through completely across the property from somewhere. And I see some sort of string laying there. I don't know if they're tracking a deer or what. And whatever this is. Irritating.
Giant monster. So we're gonna set up across the way, push from the back end.
So you're gonna take that open grass field?
Take the open grass field, catch anything going across. Eric will have something up on the ladder. But hopefully cut off this angle over here by the road.
Alright.
Trying to stay warm. It's a brisk one.
Yep.
Time to go to work.
Right. Eric's going to take that ladder and he's going to go in here. Jeff's going to be over in that grass field and we're going to push this thick. Alright, shoot straight.
Do our best.
Eric is straight ahead of us here. Jeff's over there. We got kind of a crosswind, which is different than what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were supposed to have southwest today. This is turning north. It was southwest this morning when I got up. If you two want to take this valley in, Chris knows this valley really well, so if you haven't been in there, he can help you. I'm going to go on the other side of this ridge, and I know the land border real well. It's kind of funky. I'll take that edge. You guys take this edge. We'll just make our way through those guys.
Sounds good.
When we hit the road, we stop. All right. Looks like I kicked one up right here. Fresh snow, and the snow's all melted, and running track's going back towards the private, and there's a big rub in the bed. He just went the wrong way. Oh, maybe they got him. They're shooting. Nice. Maybe it was him. If you swung this way. If you went that way, you had to go through open. Kicked one out of here. Right towards Eric. The other drivers are in there someplace. This is the third bed I found. Second one I kicked the deer out of. The ice is broken, everything went right through there. When you go through these cattails and stuff, and it's all water and stuff, it's important to hit these little islands, because that's where they bed. They lay up on these islands. Oh, look at that rub, that's a high rub. Didn't even see that. There's another bed there. Fresh tracks. There's another bed up ahead of us. We gotta be kicking some deer past those guys, for sure. Poopies. More poopies. Oh, this is, I see deep water. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit to get around this. Yeah, there's a canal. Another rub. Oh, look, dead buck. Holy crap, I just about stepped on this guy. 9-pointer, look at that. Geez, right in the beds. This was to show you, you find those dead heads, you find good bedding. This is obviously a really good buck bedding spot. Interesting. Looks like it's been here a couple of years. Meaning nobody's getting back here. That's a good thing. Jumped 2 does right here. They ran up here and around here. They were in line with that house, so I couldn't shoot. Then they ran up through the private. But I think one might have went across the road because I heard a shot over there. And that's where Jeff is.
We had to come over here and check this giant though. You gotta see it.
Oh, I see a rack on it.
That's a nice line there though.
Oh my.
Look at the mass on this thing.
Who got it?
Look at the spread.
Everybody.
It's questionable. I shot him twice and then Cliff shot him. He was laying up in here. My ladder's set up right over here behind that
Yeah?
bush. He came right down this trail here, made it out in front of that bush. I couldn't get a shot on him through that bush there. And I put 2 shots on him right in front here, and he came straight back this way and laid up in here. Cliff made his way in to this thick brush and spotted him. He started taking off towards you, and Cliff put a shot on him.
He actually came back. He ran towards Dan. I yelled because I didn't want to shoot that way. And then he came back, and then when he came back, he was hurt.
I probably jumped 7 or 8 deer.
Yeah, there were
One
a lot of
snuck out
deer
behind me. He said he heard one out.
one ran towards you from.
Yeah, I kept jumping them out of beds.
I saw 2 actually book it.
Yeah, I stepped on those ones. Yep. I couldn't shoot the houses in line. I was right next to them.
Oh really?
I couldn't even get a scope on her. She was going so fast.
You always have an issue with it. You need an AR.
Iron sights would have been
That's what I
perfect for
off this.
She came at, she's coming, she made a hard turn, and she was just warp speed.
Doesn't feel any different than when it was empty. Thing just rolled.
We got some meat. We got 5 guys here, and it only takes 1 to roll the deer out. That cart works nice.
Looked like it.
I know, where was this thing 10 years ago?
Right? Remember all the dragging? Man, it's a cold one today. We're at the next drive. I'm set up. I got in a tree. I got 5 sticks up. So I can see this valley in here. Jeff's over there in a ladder. That's usually a kill spot. They come out of that stuff right there and run right past them. We got one there last year. And I got some good bedding in front of me. This is an area where I've had some run-ins with some big bucks this year. So I'm expecting some action. while the guys were walking in, there's 2 cars in the parking lot. I heard some shooting, so they probably kicked one past one of those guys. It's going to be a long sit. They're driving a real big section, so I'll sit back and see what happens. I'm not sure if I'll get it on film if they come running out real fast, but we'll try. It is downright cold out here. Wow. This one's a long sit. We're gonna wait and then stand for a half an hour for you guys to get over here. This wind is just blowing. So now we're in a blizzard.
These are really conditions. I can't even see right now.
You can see about 10 yards. I mean, that's the stuff back there that we're gonna push right now. This is pretty nuts. I mean, this is snowing like crazy. I didn't think it was supposed to snow this
I
much.
mean, this is kind of fun, but I can't see anything.
Right, but we won't be able to sneak up on deer in this.
Right?
All right, I'm gonna go meet up with Chris, and then we can. When you see me, I don't know if you'll see me.
Well,
Maybe I gotta
won't.
call you. I'll
Give me a
call you.
call.
All right. On the way in to do the next drive, Cliff saw a doe down in a valley and shot it, and the doe acted a little funny. It just ran like 10 yards and laid down. So on our way into the next drive, we swung over there to see if we could surround that doe and finish it off.
If you look down here, straight down, there's a tree down there with a branch that's bowed down like a rainbow there. There's a patch of snow behind it. She's bedded right in that snow right there. I can't see her from here, but that's where she laid down.
Okay.
So I'll have to walk down there and check that.
So what we should do is kind of go in from the sides and try to get a spot where we can get a shot. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody could circle from the backside and somebody could stay up here. I bet you if we circle from the backside, she'd come right up here.
Yeah, they shot her right down here. She was in that snow there, and she just hopped over there, stopped, and laid down. That was it. She's gonna be right. I mean, right there is where she is. If she's laying there, she's there. I mean, it looks like she has a. I see the same spot that I saw when she was there.
Do you think she's still there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, as soon as you have a clean shot, shoot whoever's closest. So they're coming up on it quick. Somebody should be doing some shooting or something quick, or they should say they found it or something. Chris is right in there. So it's either dead or it ran off sometime. Let me get down there. So we jumped her out of the bed and she went up here and went that way. And she's losing a lot of blood. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this push instead of trying to push her this way, because then she'll go across the property lines. Well, I came creeping through here, which isn't easy in this tangle. And I saw her bedded at 6 yards from me, staring at me in her bed, and I just finished her. She's right there. So that's about 6 paces. I gave her one to the shoulder. That's the end of her. Oh, there goes another one. Hopefully you killed that one.
That sounded like Jeff's rifle. That didn't sound like a 223.
Really? We're getting close. We must be getting close to Jeff, right? I was kicking up a lot of deer, dude.
Yeah, I heard deer running through. But... Yeah, that's her.
So what are you guys shooting at?
Yotes.
You hit any of them?
The first one, I hit the tree in it, and I didn't have time for another shot. Eric shot at that big, the thing was huge, biggest yote I've ever seen. Might have been a wolf. But, no, it wasn't. But, yeah, that thing was huge. Eric got, I think, 2 shots, I heard.
Yeah.
And then I shot at 4 times, but, yeah, I didn't get it. That thing, it was booking. But, yeah.
So no deer?
What's that?
No deer.
Kicked up a lot of beds when I was along the thing
I
before
kicked up probably 7 or 8 deer sent them this way. They did go. I think we should be all the tracks would eventually cut this way or across the river.
Yeah,
We thought when Eric and I were talking, we figured I'd look down at this hole down here.
You know, I think right here is perfect. You covered the whole thing.
Yeah, I was.
Matter of fact, I'd just probably be a little bit higher. But I shot your doe.
Oh, okay.
I walked up to it. saw it bedded 6 yards from me, hide behind a tree looking like this, and I fucking put the bullet right here. And about 2 seconds later, Chris came on and was following the blood shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got all spun around in there, and then
I just like blew out the heart. It didn't even get out of the bed. It just went down, and then when it put its head up, you see spit running out. So it's probably, you probably gut shot it. They saliva a lot when they get gut shot.
Gotcha.
But it's not a bad size though. I lost a whole box of 30-06 shells vector sight.
Did you really?
Yeah, in this pocket. So they're somewhere between the doe and the back.
Who had the brilliant idea? I think it was Jeff. Put the ladder on this new Gray Fox deer cart we have. So this will save us a lot of strain. We're hauling this thing back a good mile into the cattail.
The same for
But,
Beastie. I think Beastie would have you and Dave carrying that stand or that ladder on your back like every other year.
all the way there and
Yeah.
back.
We'll see.
Nobody looks forward to it. But now we came up with this new invention, and this will be slick. This will be a new thing every year.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause-
the problem is you break people. Like when Jeff's kid, he wanted to carry the ladder all by himself. By the end of the day, his bum shoulder kicked up again.
Right.
And he had to leave.
well, look at us right now with broken people. We're down to 4 people to do huge drives.
Now that we're saving the strain, though, we got a whole lot of extra energy for these cattails.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put out an ad. Drivers wanted.
Pay sucks, but the payoff is pretty good.
Look at, and now you don't have to, the drivers don't have to carry a ladder.
Cart drivers wanted.
All right.
Let's do it.
Jeff's over there. Dave's coming through here, and he's gonna walk this rim in that thick dogwood. I'm gonna stay a little to the lead. He's gonna stay in line. Just a little 3-man push. Eric is over on the other side of the swamp waiting on a ladder because our intent is to drive back there, but on our way back we're hitting these little spots. We circled the little pile of brush back there on the way back here and kicked one out of it, but he got out the one way we didn't have covered. So hopefully there's something in here. There's a lot of tracks going in there, so we'll see. Look at this. That's belly high. These tines are hitting as high as my neck. I'm 6'2". That's crazy. There's something hitting way low down here too. Somebody's got his head tilted. The points are hitting way down there. That's a good buck. I'll be damned, a fresh scrape. Snowed yesterday. So that's fresh. So interesting fact. We're doing one of our best, most productive drives that's way back in. And all the way back here on the dry land, we're kicking deer in the thick spots where there's normally no deer. And when we got back here, there's 0 tracks on the snow and the ice in this whole section where usually this is just loaded with deer. But the ice is at that thin spot where every now and then you break through, and I don't think the deer want to walk on this. So I think there's absolutely no deer in here, so we're going to have to change our plans after I'm done with this drive. They're going to track out here. I'm only halfway done, so maybe we still kick something up, but halfway and not kicking one track is pretty crazy. Usually you're kicking hundreds of tracks even if you don't see it. Over to the farm, sitting in the back, straight west of me, and I can kind of cover this back. Only one vulnerable area, and I think if they get downwind of me, I'll be able to see them before they do. So just a matter of hearing them first. They're pretty quiet in the snow. Pretty good bedding area down there that's holding a lot of stuff. And there's a lot of trails down here, back and forth into there. And there's a ridge trail that goes through here. And there's some bedding behind me, and they go back and forth, especially the bucks. So I don't know, we'll give this a try. It's windy, it's freezing out. I wanted to go way back to the snow and hit an island, but I just didn't have enough time. I have barely enough time to get on stand, so I just ran out here. Wanted to give this a good sit anyways, so we'll see what happens.
Did you get a big one?
Yeah, it's really heavy. It's really heavy.
It ain't easy being beastie.
Are you comfy yet?